Hello, this is Patrick. Welcome to some more Tesla news. You're watching Tesla Trip. I drive around in my Model X and take breaks and make little videos about the Tesla news that I'm obsessing over all week long. And these are some of the headlines of the most, things that stood out to me. Boring companies putting out their terms and conditions for the not a flamethrower, and they're pretty hilarious. So you have to agree to these before they'll ship you out the flamethrower. I will not use this in a house. I will not point this at my spouse. I will not use this in an unsafe way. The best use is creme brulee. And they go on and they're just kind of silly. But it's good to see that, they can have a little bit of fun with this. They have every right to. They are celebrating the first tunnel being done over in LA. So they actually have a pretty good route going from West LA almost to Inglewood. And they're going to be giving out free rides pretty soon here, as soon as they pass their inspections. And Elon says that they're going to give priority to pedestrians and cyclists first in the pods over vehicles, and they're always going to cost less than a bus ticket. Pretty exciting. I'm going to have to try it out next time I'm in the LA area. It was asked on Twitter this week if the Model S and X will get the feature where you can use your phone as the fob. And Elon replied, yes. All Model S and X will soon work with no key if your phone pairs with Bluetooth, signal strength is high, and you enable the feature. And the reason why Elon put that on the end there, kind of the details, with the Model 3, you have to have all those things. So if you're like your iPhone goes into low power mode, the standby background low power Bluetooth doesn't really work so well. So you got to make sure you always have that backup RFID card to get into the Model 3. And it would be the same thing with the Model S and X. You'd always still want to carry your fob with you, because otherwise you're going to have issues getting into your car. I'd like to see you have the option of also buying a fob for the Model 3, because sometimes it can be kind of a pain getting into the frunk. Like if using the app, you have to, turn on your phone, unlock it, go to the app, hit the button to open the frunk, and then agree that you're using the app to open the frunk. And so it's a process to get into the front of the car, whereas if you got the fob, you just press the button. It's easier. And then like on the Model X, with all the doors you can control with the fob, it's just a lot easier to use the fob. I don't know, but it would be kind of cool to have the RFID keys for the Model S and X. It's not super clear where you'd have to put them to get into the car, or if you can, or how that would work, or if it's only going to be the new models. If you guys know or speculate wildly, please post in the comments below. I'm intrigued. It would be interesting. In Model 3 news, Tesla's finally allowing people to order the dual motor and performance versions starting later this week. I know a lot of people are holding out for that, and now it'll just be kind of interesting to see how much those options are going to cost, and when they're really going to deliver them. Elon says they're going to start production in July. And air suspension probably won't be until next year. So if you're waiting for air suspension, you still have to wait a bit longer. But if you've been holding out for all-wheel drive, you can do it now. And if you live in Canada, Tesla's already starting to ship out Model 3s in Canada, and I think they're just kind of trying to game the whole tax credit situation by shipping some of the Model 3s over to Canada depending on the quarter. And it's interesting, but it's cool that Canada is getting some Model 3s. Suppliers are saying that Tesla is putting in a bunch of orders because they're really ramping up, and they're truly going to be doing 5,000 Model 3s a week. I have VIN 8,000. I think they're up to like 40,000 in registered VINs, so they're really planning on kicking out a bunch of Model 3s. The Model S and X got an update in the configuration utility for some new options for seats. So now you can get a cream option for the seat, and you can do an oak decor. Interestingly enough, though, if you order the performance version, you can't get tactile seats anymore or the cream. So that's kind of weird. It's good to see it's back. I know a lot of people liked it. Ultra white is really nice, but it's not for everybody. I've had pretty good luck with it, except for blue jeans do kind of stain it a little bit. It cleans up okay for the first like 40,000 miles, but now that I'm getting closer to 50, it's harder to get that out of the seats. So I don't know. I don't know what I can do about that. Do you guys know what is the best product to clean these pure white seats. Everybody said Windex, and it seemed to work okay, but it's not seeming to cut the mustard anymore. I don't know if you could bleach them or how bad that. I imagine that destroyed the seat. I don't know. What do you guys think? If you guys listened to the earnings call from Tesla last week where Elon cut off some analysts, a lot of people were pretty upset about that. There was 2 analysts that asked some questions that Elon said he cut off because they were already in the packets and they were boring and not like long-term investors in Tesla. But there's a lot of day traders that trade Tesla, and they weren't happy about it. The stock fell a little bit. It came back mostly. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think Elon should have been a little bit more professional? It was really cool that he went to a YouTuber, not me, but another YouTuber that mostly represents investors and long-term investors of Tesla, and they had some pretty good questions. So overall, things are looking good for Tesla. They're really kind of kicking up the production on Model 3. They explained the whole fluffer bot thing. Apparently there was a robot that put this layer of fluff on top of the battery packs for the Model 3, and it couldn't pick it up and put it on there very well. This kind of goes back to explaining that humans are better at some things than robots, and that he underestimated humans, and that maybe he went a little overkill on the robot thing. They found out this fluffer bot just was unnecessary because it didn't make a difference in the road noise. That's why they put the fluff on top of the battery to cut down on the road noise. They tested it and they're like, doesn't even need to be there. So they spent all this time and effort on this machine, and it was delaying production, trying to put fluff on top of the battery, and it didn't even do anything. So they got rid of it. So that's what they're doing, is a lot of optimizations. Sounds like they're cleaning house. They decided to scrape the barnacles and get rid of the subcontractors. They put out a memo that they were getting rid of everybody on Monday that didn't have a real person from Tesla that would vouch their job, saying, you know what, I say this contractor's great, please keep them on board. So there's a lot of change going on right now in Tesla, and hopefully it's for the best, and that'll make them more efficient and better company. What do you guys think? Maybe they're going a little bit overboard, or if this is, the correct path. Tesla also put out this really cool video of all their products and just kind of to hype you up, and it revealed something kind of neat under, like, you can partially see this Model Y maybe, or it's a different Tesla for sure. People are speculating wildly on what it is, but that's the going theory. What do you guys think? Do you think this thing under the canopy is a Model Y, or is it a prototype Model 3 or X? Or it looks almost kind of like an X, the way that the back door is. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. They also show off the new Roadster in daylight and the interior in daylight, so you can really kind of see that it's a lot like the Model 3, except instead of landscape, it's a portrait on the center console. What I want to know, is there going to be autopilot on the Roadster? I mean, there's got to be, but it didn't look like there was anything for it at night when I saw it at the event. So Elon confirmed that production on the Model Y is going to begin in 2020, despite other people saying otherwise, saying it was going to be 2019. Elon says they don't have a factory for it. They're crammed to the gills in Fremont, and there's no way they'll make the Model Y there. They're probably going to announce a factory in China later this year, and it's going to be a gigafactory, and all the new gigafactories will also be factories for cars. It's all going to be done in the same factory. He kind of clarified that on the earnings call. And he's planning on doing test drives towards the end of the year for the Roadster, so that's going to be kind of neat. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are planning on getting yourself a Model S or X, please use my code. It's Patrick4254, and it'll get you free unlimited supercharging on a Model S or X. If you're getting solar from Tesla Energy, you can get an extra 5-year extended warranty. If you have any questions about a Tesla, please email me. I'm pat.lawson@wildwestev.com. And if you want to help out our little charging network here in the Wyoming area, the Rocky Mountain region, we're putting up chargers in like really remote locations that people really need them if they want to go see the countryside. We've got chargers in Riverton, Lander, Hudson, DuBois, and Cody, Wyoming currently, but we want to get out there a little bit more and get the chargers around so everybody can charge. And we're talking like 80 amp, the fastest level 2 you can get, and hopefully someday we'll get over to level 3. You can also tweet at me. I'm @WalkingCrow on Twitter. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you stayed till the very end, I've got a little something for you. So I thought I'd do like a little trivia, and this one's going to be kind of simple, but not everybody knows it. And the winner is going to get a Model S toy car, a Matchbox car. I was at the dollar store and I hit the mother load and there was like a bunch of them. So I've got a few to give away. If you want to get one, give it to your kid or put it on your top of your computer or whatever. Sometimes they're hard to come across, so I always buy one whenever I see one, and there's usually only like one in a store. And I found like 10 of them. So the trivia question this week is, who founded Tesla Motors? It may not be who you think. And the first person to comment here in the YouTube video with the right answer, I will, you can direct message each other and we'll work it out and we'll send you a little Tesla. Thank you guys so much for subscribing, and we'll see you guys next time.